Helluva, she's so fine. Helluva, blows my mind. Helluva, lights my day.
What's good, guys? So I'm back on Instagram, having my little coffee. Anywho, I know a lot of my, sorry D-Block, I've really tried to get away from that anywho. Back on Instagram, but I went to hashtag Justice for Kenneka Jenkins this time, instead of the other, because I wanted to see what was contained therein. Well, there's 20.2 thousand posts in that folder, or in that section rather. You've got a top section, and then you also have a recent section. So I went over to the recent section, and I found something that was pretty interesting. It's a video. Now, I'm not going to play the music, because I don't need that kind of strike in my life. But I am going to make it bigger so that you can see it. Find it. Here we go. I thought that was interesting. Well, it was interesting enough to share. I don't know what else is contained in this folder. Of course, you know, people are going to use that hashtag Kenneka Jenkins to get attention. That's the phone dump. Someone posted that. That's legitly the phone dump. That's not a fake document like that other BS that's floating around with Macho. And that right there is important. This statement right here. This picture right here. I never noticed this before, but something wrong with his shirt. Where have you been? This was posted on September the 2nd by Finding Justice for All. This person underneath says, I remember this one in a clearer version, correct. If I remember correctly, he was coming from the kitchen area after finding Kenneka, I think. It's been a while. No, that's not true. But it's sad because it's been twisted so much that people think that's true when that's not the truth. Someone posted, I just don't get how clearly you can tell she did not get stuck in no freezer. Shit's wild. And this person, and not only that, Kenneka is not that big by the waist. The girl that was walking the hallway couldn't have been Kenneka because that girl in the hallway was a little thick. Also, the jacket Kenneka was wearing in the freezer didn't match with the girl in the room that everybody kept saying was her. Kenneka didn't have a big hole on the back of her jacket. And see there, Cassie, that's another problem I have with that. The back of them jackets is different. So even if I get past the sleeve, it's the daggone back. So we're going to work on that. We're going to work on this. I'm going to let you work on me. Because I really do want to get past this. I really do. I want to get past this. It's something that I think about often. I don't even want to tell you how often I think about that damn denim jacket. Then I scroll into this. Excuse me. Now, what immediately jumps out at me is the font on this. The font definitely jumps out because that's not Facebook font. Let's get it all the way together now. Let's make it a little bit bigger. It's supposedly a post from Shiloh, and it says Shiloh is with Kenneka Martin on September the 30th at 12:17 p.m., which was the date they buried Kenneka in 2017. When they killed Kenneka, we seen that footage on a tape. Man, I must have threw up everything I ate. Hashtag gone too soon. The font immediately jumps out at me. Even the font on the search bar. I'm just saying. Now, what was interesting was not necessarily that, but the comments. I'm here for the comments. Alright. So, the caption to the photo says, "It's sad that they see whom did it, but then go back and act dumb. What the F?" And then she put a bunch of hashtags. First comment. I think they're scared because it was a sacrifice. They were most likely threatened and paid off. If you try to make that make sense, it would be a lot of threats and a lot of money. I'm just saying. I'm not saying it did or didn't happen. I'm just saying you got to try to make it make sense in your mind. Okay, so the person that originally posted replied to that. And she says, with her being an Eastern Star, and her, I think it was Teresa Martin's sister's birthday, the 6th, and her fake self saying, I never said I'm going to be rich. Man, you have to keep the lies going, but she don't remember the other lies she told. I'm just saying, don't believe the lies those fake friends of hers set her off. Man, Bree, Monifa, and Shemaya Ho's plastic ass was trying to mess with Rico, and he don't like me anyways. He let those bitches know. So that's why when you see them in the car at the gas station on Snapchat and she looking at them like, the F wrong with you, I don't even F with you. And you on here acting like we cool. She didn't want to be there, but Irene kept pressing her. So those hoes set her up, because if you look back at pics with Bree and Nika, she mugging her hard. Even with the cutout of Nika, that fake B mugging her. So yeah, she definitely want her out the way. She looked like a roach anyways. I never liked her. Her aura is negative. She's a hater because she knows she tries to be cute and not. And mad because Nika pulls them when she don't want to. She carries herself a different way than these dumb bees. These bum bees is. Monifa, she the biggest hater off any MF she friends with. That person replied back to her and said, are you subscribed to Trey Gang on YouTube? And this lady comes back and says, he's capping. Is it someone else's work and just do lives for some reason because her platform is that bad now? And then admit that, yeah, they talked to Teresa and she knows what they're going to post, but she don't want to show your face. Yeah, you're making money off of this. But why are you so desperately trying to help her get justice, man? Win a effing lawsuit. That just is her first lawyers was looking into the people that was at the hotel. The people in that room. He was honest. He was right. I don't know what a turn Andrew Holmes FRC was on it with the lawyers all of a sudden. Dev made him flip. Yes, I don't trust that shit. If you can't show me your face, I don't trust you, bro. He's suspect. You show your car on Facebook and your dog and not your face? Then somebody replies back to that and says there was a video? Oh my word. Like, I don't even know where to start with that. Now, these are from relatively new posts. These are from 9 weeks ago. Alright. Okay, then I'm scrolling along through here. We've seen several of these in my last video. This one stood out. This says, I can't read the whole entire thing, but it says, was taken at 2:16 a.m. She was standing by her friends. And then this. She already dead. Somebody posted, I did ask, was watching a YouTube video that brought this case up. Coincidence much? That was 12 weeks ago. I believe she was raped and was put in that freezer, J for K. Somebody replied back to that and said, I wholeheartedly feel like that's exactly what happened too. The last post is, that's Kenneka, man. I've known it since the day I saw it. It has to be. And I remind you that these are all recent posts. Then I run across this from Tunasia. This was posted on July the 24th. And it says, finna stab tone. With the laughing, crying face. I don't know. The comment, or the post, caption, says, she's shaky, straight suspect. She was in the video, coming out of the bathroom with the drinks in her hand at the hotel in Chicago. Hashtag justice for Kenneka. And that's not true. That's not true. Unless she snuck by the camera, I didn't see it. She wasn't one of those girls. Then I'm rolling through and I see this. Signing these petitions can help reopen the cases of slain black people. Add your signature and demand justice. I assume that's what that says. It says, if you're tired of looking at social media and seeing entertainment mess over the weekend, here's petitions for, and it names off all of these people who have been slain, murdered, etc. We need justice for these cases. Link is in the bio. But it's going to take a little bit more than just signing a petition. I'm just saying. If you just take the Ryan Chanel Reed case that I'm working on, you got to actually do something. And by do something, I mean, it takes more than just a click of the mouse. I mean, that's fine and that's great if that's what you want to do. But sometimes you got to make a phone call, and you got to write a letter, or you got to send an email. You got to take it a little further, you know what I mean? So don't just think that signing these petitions is going to get everything fixed, because it's not. It's just not going to happen like that. It's great to do that. That adds to it. But if you can do more than that, it would be much appreciated by all fronts, I'm sure. Just saying. That's not something you really want to get me started on, because I could go on and on about that. Then I see this, and I started reading this. It says, so although I am not a political person whatsoever, which is why I'm not publicly speaking about everything that's going on, but still, and y'all can unfollow me if you want. Frankly, I don't give a F. But anyway, I'm sure y'all know about the unsolved and probably closed case on Kenneka Jenkins. Now, even though it's said that there was no surveillance camera by the freezer in the Crowne Plaza Hotel kitchen and there is no footage of her walking into the freezer, I just think it's funny how there are people discussing all the deaths that have happened since the beginning of these protests and whatnot, but nobody is talking about Kenneka Jenkins. According to the people who work at the hotel, there was no camera by the freezer, so it couldn't have caught her on camera walking into the freezer. But, as said by her mother in an interview or whatnot, she said that as intoxicated as Kenneka was, there is no way she could just easily open the freezer and walk in. And now I don't work in a hotel or in a kitchen of one, but as many videos of people opening big freezers that I've seen, those doors are pretty heavy, meaning you have to hold the handle and actually pull hard on it to get it to open. Kenneka was heavily drunk. There's absolutely no way she was able to open that freezer and just walk in. I don't know why people aren't still talking about this. They need to reopen this case and figure out what really happened. Me personally, I think she was murdered. Her name is Kenneka Jenkins. She was 19. Hashtag say her name. Hashtag reopen this case. Hashtag justice for Kenneka. Then somebody posted underneath there, "Oh shit, I remember this case. This scares me so much." This was posted July the 10th. Sweetie, we are still talking about Kenneka Jenkins all day. Maybe you should come over to YouTube. I don't know. But I agree wholeheartedly with what this person just said. Absolutely. Then I stumble on this. Exposure Channel posted this. And it says, "Hear that? Comment what you hear. Hashtag J4K, hashtag Justice for Kenneka, hashtag Black Lives Matter, hashtag No Justice, No Peace." Alright. Let's listen. And it's probably going to have to roll through a couple of times, but it's all good.
Nene, where that cup is, fool? Sure, right in the corner on the phone. Nene, where that cup is, fool? Sure, right in the corner on the phone. Nene, where that cup is, fool? Sure, right in the corner on the phone. Nene, where that cup is, fool?
Alright, so I'm pretty sure I know what's going on here. The caption says, is this why no one else was recording on live that night? 8/9/2017. Well, first of all, you got the date wrong. Then it says no justice, no peace. Hashtag J4K, hashtag Justice for Kenneka Jenkins. Lots of hashtags. This person commented underneath and says, "I wasn't on live, that's a recording." Yes. Yes, you can't fool me. Then somebody commented underneath and says, "Haven't seen this in a long time, hashtag J4K." No, obviously, because if you had, you would immediately know what was wrong with that recording. So, no, I'm not buying into that foolery. And you get into this. They posted the Facebook page of Trina Red Batty Williams. And Chloe knows a lot more about this story, and I believe has done a video on it even. So you might want to go to her channel to check that out, because she knows her shit on when it comes to this stuff. It says, "So Asia, aka Ford, wasn't at the party on 9/9/17. They lied. She played Asia. Now she dealing with her karma and don't get why she's going through a mental issue. Hashtag J4K, hashtag Justice for Kenneka, hashtag Kenneka." I don't get what you're saying, though. I don't get it. I don't understand what they're trying to say here. I mean, I may be extra slow, but I'm not getting it. What's this? It says, "I'm just saying, I just seen this, so hey, decides to post it." Is that the Killer Ice Machine? No. That's something else. With some photoshopping done to it. You can see the stuff on it. It says, if KJ is being moved. And then there's the trash again. Just sharing, shaking my head. Yeah, I'm going to scroll on. Here is Crime in Closets. I love that name. It says, new episode, Party Foul. Party Foul Play, the story of Kenneka Jenkins. It's got a new episode. Join us in the closet today for the tragic and controversial story of Kenneka Jenkins. Alright, I'm going to play this.
If you are seeing this on your For You page, can you please do me a favor and like, share, copy link, and comment, whatever you can do to get this out. I know it's going to get shadow banned, but I really just want to raise awareness and try to get as many people to see this as possible. Kendrick Johnson's was found dead, rolled up in a gym mat downstairs, I believe at his school. The police ruled this as an accident, but clearly this is no accident, and this case needs to be reopened, and the murderer needs to be found and prosecuted and put in prison. Kenneka was found dead in a giant freezer at a hotel, and the police ruled it as an accident, and she died of intoxication and hypothermia. That doesn't sit right with me, that the police can't clearly see that both of these were intentional murders. I'd also like to bring awareness to 2 young black kids that were found hanging in 2 different counties in California, where I live. This is Robert Fuller. He was lynched, and the police once again deemed it as a suicide. This fight isn't over. It's just begun. If you are seeing this on your...
Love it. That little girl speaking nothing but the truth. Seriously, when I have spoke to people about the Kenneka Jenkins case, and they are unfamiliar with it, as a lot of people still are, and I explain it to them just like that girl right there just explained it, it always raises eyebrows. Always. I haven't had one person to not look at me funny. That's white, black, Asian, I don't care who they are. They always give me a funny look. So, I'm just saying, like, it is definitely suspicious. I came across this and I wanted to just read it because it's worthy of a read. It says systematic versus systemic. Systematic is used to describe the way a process is done, while systemic is used to describe something inside a system. Systematic. Systematic relates to an action that is done according to some system or organized method. Systematic is used when a behavior, however unintentional it may be, is so habitual that it seems to be the result of a system. If you forget to lock your front door every time you leave the house, someone might say that you have a systematic pattern of forgetfulness. Systemic. Systemic describes something that happens inside a system or affects all parts of a system. If a cancer is systemic, it's present throughout the body. If you're describing how the cancer progressed, however, you could say it spreads systematically from organ to organ. Systemic can also denote something that is, quote, deeply ingrained in the system, end quote, which helps explain why you sometimes hear it in discussions about social or political issues. The word systemic and not systematic when talking about systemic racism. It doesn't exist as a result of the system. It is the system. Totally agree with that. This picture was nicely done. I think I'm going to end it on this note because it's starting to get a little lengthy. But I'll be back. That's a promise. You guys have a good night.